So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Superman, number 146, published in July 1961, with story by Otto Binder and art by Al Plastino. Who is Superman? What other planet and super civilization did he come from? How did he gain his super strength, X-ray vision, and other miraculous powers? How did he, as Super Baby, first obtain the secret identity of Clark Kent? Where did Superboy get his super suit? When did the grown-up Man of Steel leave Smallville? Some of the fantastic facts have been previously revealed, but only a few at a time. Now, at last, here is the full, exciting story from beginning to end, the story of Superman's life. So we open with Superman performing some super feats, rescuing a bus, helping to test atomic rockets, foiling a crime, and defeating Lex Luthor, and raising some old tenements at the request of the mayor. So the story switches over to Krypton, where we see the advanced technology, and there is the metal eater feeding on metal, and then we see people are able to purchase robots to do their chores. I'll take that metal maid to do my housework for me. But one day, Krypton quake, my window is cracking. Perhaps it will subside soon. However, Jor-El says, "Yes, gentlemen, my instruments detect that Krypton's core is made of radioactive uranium. Internal stresses have started a chain reaction. Soon our planet will explode like a gigantic bomb." You're mad, Jor-El. They have this cosmic clock that will tell them how long Krypton has, and according to the clock, they have many, many endless years. That clock is wrong. I tell you, Krypton is doomed. We must build rocket-driven space arcs to save our people. And, you've been reading science fiction tales, Jor-El, and our robot guard will dismiss you from the council. But his brother Zor-El does believe him. But a strange destiny allowed Zor-El to survive the catastrophe long enough to become the father of a daughter who safely reached Earth as Supergirl, Superman's cousin. So Jor-El builds a rocket for young Kal-El and shoots him off to Earth prior to the destruction of Krypton. Also, he sent up Krypto, but that experiment went badly. But Krypto would make it to Earth also eventually. So the rocket flies to Earth and lands and then explodes because of its incredible, even though it's already indestructible, because of the super fuel inside, it does blow up. Although I don't think that's in continuity nowadays. So he's found by Martha and John Kent. Great Scott, that's a space rocket. Land's sakes, then this child must be from another world. Oh, if only we had a baby of our own, as sweet as he looks. If we just kept him, people would wonder where we found him. We'll leave him at the doorstep of an orphanage, and a few days later, we can apply for adoption. But Kal-El is already showing his super strength, although the women working there don't appear to notice it at all. So they finally do adopt Clark Kent. He's Kal-El, but he's ours now, Martha. Naturally, he'll have my last name, Kent. But his first name should be your choice. I'll use my former last name before our marriage, Clark. Our son will be Clark Kent. Gee, Jehoshaphat, how could you yank that stump out of the ground so easily, Clark? You must have muscles beyond the ordinary, giving you super strength. What hit me, little pebble? Martha, come quick. That bowl didn't even harm Clark. Our son must have a skin harder than steel, making him invulnerable to harm. And it's a good thing, because you're a bad father for allowing a bull to smash into your son. Goodness, Clark saw me blow a candle out last night, and he's imitating it and blowing out that fire. Wow, he has super lungs, giving him super breath. So he demonstrates other powers, including super speed, X-ray vision, and he is doing the classic compressing coal into diamonds. But unfortunately, because of his speed, he is igniting his own clothing. But they discover that the blankets that he came with are now indestructible. And Martha is able to pull apart the threads and then use Clark's X-ray vision to cut them and make an indestructible outfit. Now splinters or nails can't rip that super play suit. After selling their farm and moving to Smallville, Dad Kent opens a general store. Clark is starting school today, dear. Good. Get good marks, son, and I'll let you work in my store in the spare time. I unraveled your super play suit and rewove the threads into your new super costume, son. Thanks, Mom. I'll begin my super career in public soon. As we planned, I've gained full control over my superpowers except for flying. And so we get a little recap of the fact that he had difficulty learning how to fly. With the help of his father, he finally got it somewhat working. So he goes out and foils a crime. Yipes, we can't be missing at this close range. The bullets must be bouncing off that flying kid. Right, you'll be behind bars before long. Call me Superboy. And so he gets a whole bunch of headlines. And they decide that he will have to try and keep his identity hidden. So he just uses some glasses, but discovers that his X-ray vision immediately melts his glasses. What luck when the super plexiglass smashed 4 fairly round... This is his destroyed rocket. I can make plastic frames to conceal the uneven ridges. I'll have glasses both for my boyhood and manhood that are impervious to my X-ray vision. This is Lana Lang. When you disappear, Superboy shows up, and when Superboy vanishes, you show up. Maybe you are the same person. Oh my gosh, my next-door neighbor, Lana Lang, is on the track of my secret identity. So he builds a robot and then fools Lana Lang, since she can see both at one time. He also builds or digs a tunnel in the floor of his house so that he can emerge without anybody being able to see him. The Kryptonese record, okay, so he discovers crypto in a rocket. The Kryptonese record put in this rocket by my father reveals how crypto's experimental rocket, when it drifted in space to land finally on Earth, as everything apparently does. My pet pup is back with me, grown up into a super dog. Come on, Crypto, let's race around the world. Gosh, you're the only one with whom I can play super games, and you sure look great with that cape I made you. Yip, yip, yip. And so he also builds 3 rooms in the house that are blocked off for anyone else. I overtook light rays that left Earth long ago before my rocket landed. Now I'll watch my past unfold and find out why I gained superpowers. So he discovers that it's a combination of Earth's lower gravity and the red sun. Also, these yellow sun rays, which only tan Earth's people, hardened mind like steel. Radium rays radium rays, lightning, fire, nothing can harm me. But one day, Clark becomes ill. Why? He has a raging fever, Jonathan. But what could affect his invulnerable body? Could it be that green glowing metal I found for Clark's mineral collection? Lead stops those rays, but why does that mineral harm you? When Krypton exploded, all the fragments must have turned radioactive. Harmless to Earth people, it's deadly to me. I'll call it kryptonite. I could be the world's greatest football player, but I can't join the team and reveal my superpowers. Besides, it would be unfair to win that way. I'll have to pretend I'm meek and unathletic all my life. So, in this part, Ma Kent has already passed away and Pa Kent is dying. There's not much time, son. Listen carefully to my last words. No one on Earth has your amazing superpowers. And this actually is not in line with a story that's going to come up very soon, which shows the death of his parents, and it is completely different. I'll never forget my loving foster parents, but now I'll go and live in a big city, Metropolis, and I'll get some sort of job as Clark Kent, meek and mild-mannered as usual. I'll return secretly at night to remove my robots and trophies from the house. What's that crowd below? So everyone in town, apparently they know he's leaving, and they are wishing him goodbye. Farewell, Superboy, we'll never forget you. And he comes back with an enormous cake, which is shown in another story. So apparently that is in continuity. So he goes to Metropolis. Lois Lane, girl reporter, Jimmy Olsen, cub reporter, Perry White, editor, they're all swell people. And this job allows me to get the news on crime beforehand and act swiftly as Superman. Superman, we present you with this honorary citizenship in all the countries of the United Nations. What an honor, but of course my main loyalty will always be to the United States where I grew up. Is it a bird, a plane, a rocket? No, it's Superman. And then we get a picture of the flag of Krypton, which is quite colorful. So that is the story of Superman circa 1961.